Hi guys, I'm Destiny and I am 20 years old. I have wanted to start a YouTube channel for years and I have just never done it. I've made videos, I've edited videos, but I've just never uploaded videos. And I thought that this summer was the perfect time to just jump right on in and finally do what I've been saying that I want to do for forever. So I asked you guys on Instagram. My Instagram is Destynee Lace. I'll link it below if you want to follow me. So I asked you guys to ask me questions and things you wanted to know, and I thought that this would be a perfect first video so you could kind of get to know me better. So I'm just going to jump right on into it because I got some really good questions from you guys. So let's go. Technical difficulty. Sorry. Okay. What is my happy place? I would say my happy place is in a big city surrounded by millions of people, but it's just you walking on the street and you don't have to talk to anyone, you don't have to interact with anyone, but you just feel like you're part of something bigger. I don't know if that's corny, but it just makes me have this feeling that's like I'm in a dream world. And also being on the beach, listening to music, reading a good book, it's just total relaxation. So those are my two happy places. Tips for someone who is new to thrifting. So my biggest tip is shop in the menswear, people. You find the best Levi jeans, the best graphic t-shirts, the best like vintage hoodies and leather jackets. I will always go through the women's section, but I always find the gems in the men's section. And when you're going thrifting, I always suggest or set aside a day that is specifically for thrifting. I don't go thrifting after I've been to the mall or before I go to the mall because I don't want to be rushed or tired. So I only go thrifting on the days that I'm going to thrift. And I take my time, I go through all of the sections. If I see a piece that I'm kind of like about, I always try it on and kind of think, how will I style this? Do I want to try something new? And especially since the items in thrift stores are normally on the cheaper side, I sometimes buy some risque or out there pieces just to try something new. And my biggest tip when thrifting or looking for designer pieces is secondhand designer is the way to go. I have bought a few things on Poshmark. I bought a little Fendi bag that I carry all the time on there. That was an amazing buy, and it's something that you will never find in a Fendi store or online now because it is vintage. But I look on Poshmark and Depop mainly for secondhand designer pieces when thrifting. How do I stay fit while you're traveling? You were gorgeous, by the way. Thank you. I don't really work out when I travel, although I do walk a ton. So I would say that the walking kind of keeps my muscle tone. But over the past 2 years, I've worked so hard on finding an eating plan that's right for me and foods that my body likes and makes me feel good. So I eat healthy. I mainly eat plant-based foods and fish. I will occasionally eat chicken, but I try to stick to a very healthy eating diet or stick to healthy eating habits, however you want to say it. I mean, obviously everyone's going to treat themselves once in a while, and it's not about restricting yourself at all. It's not about dieting. I wouldn't even say I've ever dieted. It's about changing your lifestyle and just finding the foods that you like and what makes you feel good. And I don't even crave unhealthy food anymore because it doesn't make me feel good. And every time I finish a meal, if it's not a healthy meal, I feel like crap. So the main key is what you look like is 90% what you put in your body, and I believe that with my whole heart. How do you remain disciplined when making healthy eating choices? The biggest key is thinking about how I'm going to feel after and thinking about, do I really want to be bloated? Like, do I really want to be bloated and feel like crap just to eat this one thing? When healthy foods, if you know how to make the right foods and you prepare them correctly, taste a million times better than something that's not healthy for you. My body transformation over the last year is amazing. You look so much thinner. Thank you so much. I have worked hard. I've tried new things. I've failed. I've tried new workouts that didn't work for me, but I feel like at this point I've really I still have so far to go to get to my goal, but I'm really feeling like I'm on the right track, and that's so nice that you notice. And I really truly believe with my full heart it's my eating habits and the workout that I found that works best for me, which I'll talk about later in this video because I know I had more questions about that. Film my skincare routine. I will most definitely be filming my skincare routine very soon. I will tell you though that I used Proactive for the past 5 years because I thought I had acne prone skin. But come to find out, I didn't at all. And I thought my skin was oily, but it's not at all. I never would moisturize, which is kind of embarrassing to say, but I was scared of moisturizer and oils, but now I use moisturizer every day. I use serums, I use oils, and I'm not afraid to hydrate because it truly, your skin produces excess oil if you're not hydrating. So it's very important to hydrate. And I always wash my face in the morning and at night. What is the meaning of life to me? This is a very, very big question, but I would just say to enjoy every single moment, that you never know what tomorrow's going to hold, or tomorrow's not even promised. So it's very important to be in the moment, take in what's happening around you, enjoy the people that you're surrounded by, and just if there's something in your life that's not making you happy, and I've learned from experience over the years, it's just not worth it. Like, completely just eliminate it from your life. If there's something that's causing you stress, if there's something that you're doing that you don't like, don't do it, and don't put yourself in that situation, because life is too short and life is too beautiful to be miserable or unhappy. And loving yourself and loving who you are and knowing that you're special and knowing the people around you care about you truly and want the best for you is the most important thing to me, and that's what makes me the happiest, and that's what I want to live for. What inspires me? I draw inspiration from the people around me, my family, my boyfriend, my friends. I draw inspiration from outdoors, from Pinterest, from Instagram, from other fellow bloggers and YouTubers, from art, literally from everywhere. What are my favorite clothing stores? So my favorite like fast fashion stores, I guess you could say, are Nasty Gal, Forever 21, Pretty Little Thing. Urban Outfitters isn't as like fast fashion, but I love Urban. I love I Am Gia. I love literally everywhere. Reformation, their denim is the best. And Levi, of course. And then my favorite 2 designer brands are definitely Off-White and Balenciaga, once I can afford their tennis shoes. How do you have the opportunity to travel so frequently? So I get this question all the time in my DMs, and the answer is last semester I only took classes on Tuesday and Thursday, and yes, my days were jam-packed, but it gave me the extra time to travel. I would leave Thursday night after my class and come back Tuesday morning before my class. And now I'm in online school, which is something that I truly know that is right for me, and I've felt that is right for me for so long now. And I just know that it's going to give me the opportunity to travel more, live in the places that I want to live in, get internships in the places that I want to live in, so I can decide where I want to move when I'm done with school. It gives me time to work on my social media, to create content, to finally get my YouTube channel up and started and have time to actually devote towards it. So, online school, people. How do I get into modeling? I'm definitely not a model by any means, but I do love to have my photo taken, and I just feel like it's a creative outlet for me when I'm in front of a camera. But if you want to get better at posing and just feeling comfortable in front of a camera, then I truly suggest take self-timer photos of yourself. Set up a little tripod and try new poses, look in the mirror, figure out your best angles. Never be afraid to experiment, because if people are going to give you a hard time for trying new things, then they're lame. Where is my jewelry from? I'm a silver gal at heart. I normally wear like a silver Tiffany necklace. I invested in a chrome hearts ring and bracelet, which I actually found the ring on Poshmark. I'm telling you, that's where you need to look. I wear these earrings. I just got them recently, but they're from a company online. I can link it below. And then I do have some gold jewelry. I invested in a Louis Vuitton lock necklace that I wear when I need to wear gold jewelry, and I have some gold hoops that I wear on a daily basis if I'm wearing gold. I would like to know how your body looks this way. Thanks. Thank you. Definitely healthy eating and working out as much as possible. What camera do I use? So 90% of the pictures on my Instagram, my boyfriend takes. Big shout out to him. But he uses a Canon 5D Mark IV, I believe. and he's so talented, so it's so fun shooting with him. And then when I'm not with him, my mom, shout out to her too, takes my pictures on my iPhone X, and yeah, that's how I get my pictures. What is my favorite look I've ever worn? So I don't have like a specific look that stands out to me, but I've come to find out that wearing outfits that make me feel confident and comfortable in are the outfits that I want to rewear or continue to try to remake. I've definitely worn outfits just for Instagram pictures that are so uncomfortable and that I would never wear again. But definitely comfort, like I love baggy jeans. Excuse me, my voice just cracked. I love baggy jeans. I love styling those with like a crop top or like a cool graphic tee, something to kind of show off my figure. Tennis shoes, because you will never catch me in a pair of sandals. I'm a sneakerhead for life. Well, who is my style inspiration? I draw the biggest inspiration from models like Hailey Bieber, Kendall Jenner, Bella Hadid, Gigi Hadid. I love Hannah Schomburg. She's like a blogger on Instagram. You guys will have to check her out. Josephine, she's also a blogger on Instagram. I would say that their styles are what sticks out to me the most. I'm definitely into streetwear more than anything. And then I also draw inspiration from Pinterest a ton. It's so easy to have so many options in front of you and kind of pick an outfit and pick things that you like out of the outfit and then try to make it your own, and even buy things that you would never wear and kind of tone it down to match your personal style. Where did you and your boyfriend meet? So my boyfriend and I, it's kind of a long story, but we met through a mutual friend basically, and he came to visit me and we instantly hit it off, and we've been together ever since. My biggest tips when thrifting, I already answered this, but definitely men's section, take your time, and if you're looking for designer goods, shop secondhand on like Poshmark or Depop. Where do you get most of your clothes? Because you have great style. Thank you. I've kind of already answered this as well, but I mainly online shop. Oh, I also love Zara too. I don't think I mentioned them. What is your skincare routine? Glossier products. A video is coming of the full skin routine and how I use it. And also I use, since I was little, my mom ingrained this in my brain, Dove soap, like a bar soap. I always wash my face just with it in a washcloth in the morning, and I remove my makeup with it at night, and I swear by it. I will use it until I die. What is some advice for someone who is trying to be like you with blogging, fashion, photography, and modeling? So my biggest piece of advice is, if you want to do something, do it. The only person that can do it is you. And I am completely guilty of saying that I want to make a YouTube and saying that I'm going to start a YouTube and saying that I want to do this and that and just never doing it. But it's never going to get done unless you do it. And you don't want to sit here and dwell and be like, oh, I wish I would have done this and I wish I would have done that. Well, you have all the time in the world and your future is in your own hands. So go after it yourself. If you want to start a blog, then make a web page and kind of start writing and curating and figure out what type of blog you want to make it and make it yours. If you want to get into Instagram more, don't be afraid to post often and show who you are on Instagram. And I always kind of got teased in high school about like being into social media and loving Instagram, but it's kind of paid off, or it is paying off, because I've kind of found my style and found what I like and what I'm good at making just through experience. So yes, if you want to do something, do it. How do I travel so much? Online school. Or if you're still in college, definitely just try to think about making your schedule very combined, so you have the weekends to go somewhere. And I also always sell my clothes, and that's a really good way to make money quick if you're trying to save up. Best way to tone legs and get a small waist. So I was an athlete literally all my life until I went to college, and when I went to college I kind of didn't know how to work out on my own or know what worked for me, so I've experimented with things, tried different workouts. But I have found that cardio works best for me. When I first started doing cardio, I used to hate it, but now I love it. I run like 2 to 3 miles, or I used to run 2 to 3 miles, but now I'm into HIIT cardio workouts. So I'll sprint and then walk, and I'll normally do that for like 2.5 miles. and I never lift weights anymore, and if I do, it's very lightweight. I normally do resistance bands and body weights just to keep me lean and toned rather than bulky. How do I edit my photos? I use Lightroom, and another good app that's on the iPhone if you don't want to pay for Lightroom software. Then I use Snapseed, and it's very similar to Lightroom, but it's free and it's so fun to play around with, and it's kind of very professional for an app, using like the curves and the highlights and stuff. And the more you play around with it, the better you get at it. So I just suggest downloading a bunch of apps and trying different edits and just kind of finding what works for you. Do you work out? If so, could you give tips? Also, where do you get your clothes? I've answered the clothes question, and yes, I do work out as much as possible. What is your dream job? So my dream job, I have 3 jobs that are like the biggest goal in my life. The first one being a celebrity stylist. I dream of figuring out their style, figuring out what they like, kind of going to the store, shopping for them, curating outfits, pulling pieces, letting them try them on, seeing if they like them, and just repeating this process over and over, and styling them for events, styling them for shoots, styling their everyday closet. Like, oh, that just brings me so much happiness thinking about it. I would also love to be a creative director for a fashion company. I would love to pull pieces, put together a cool look, find the location and the setting that is perfect for the look, find props if I want to use any, edit the photos, curate the shoot, curate the colors, kind of just having an outlet to be creative in and still being able to work with clothes, which I love, photography and editing and just the creative field, which just brings me so much joy. Or I want to open my own online streetwear website, which I feel like I'm going to do no matter what job or career I end up doing, but I would love to come out with a streetwear line because streetwear is everything to me. But I think that is all of the questions that I'm going to answer today. I know that this is kind of already long, but if you came from my Instagram and stuck around for this whole video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being supportive, and I cannot wait to see what's next. I have so much planned, so many ideas, so please stick around because I promise you, you will not get bored. Until next time.